Hi learners, welcome to MwalimuPLUS. I'm Teacher Meshak, ready to bring to you mathematical activities grade 4. I know you're happy where you are. Learners, I know when you sit there, you are ready to have maths with you. So have this in mind, learners. My grandfather used to tell me stories. I used to call him Old Man. One day, he told me a story about 3 young boys who were grazing. So when they were grazing, they decided to take their animals to a river to take water. As the animals were taking water, even them they dive in to have a swimming activity because it was very hot. So when they were swimming, their clothes were left on the bank of the river. Slowly by slowly, a mad person came and took the clothes. He will start running with them. One boy saw the mad person. They started chasing the man who was mad, who was heading to a shopping center. Learners, think about that story. We'll continue with it next time. So, learners, in our previous lesson, we were learning about geometry. And in geometry, we were trying to identify different shapes in the environment. I remember we say that an environment is our surrounding. Again, learners, we were able to name different shapes found within our environment. Can you remind me some of these shapes, learners? Good. We mentioned about a square. That's right. What is again? We talked about a rectangle. Or an oval, you have said. Again, we also talked about a triangle. You are right. So we mentioned those type of shapes, and we said that they are found within our environment. For instance, our doors are in which shape? They are rectangular in shape. What about most of our windows? Most of them are in a square shape. So those are the things that we found in our environment, and they are the shapes. So learners, after doing that one, I gave you an assignment, and I hope you did quite well. I want us together to go through that assignment. Good. Here is the question. Now, you are to look at the picture drawn there. That was a house. Then from that house, we have some letters marked. So the question was asking as follows. Identify the shapes marked with the letters. Identify the shapes marked with the letters. You can see we have which letters there? Good. We have letter A, we have letter B, and letter C. Good. So learners, question number 1 was asking, A is a dash. Letter A represent which shape is that? We have an oval, we have a triangle, we have a square, and we have lastly a rectangle. So when you look at shape marked A, how do we call it, learners? Good. That's nice. We call it a rectangle. So if you wrote a rectangle, you are right. Good. That is a rectangle shape. So our question number 1 was rectangle. That was D. Let us proceed on to question number 2. Again, you are to identify the part marked B. So B is a dash. We have A is a square. B we have a rectangle. C we have an oval. And D we have a triangle. So learners, if you look at the letter marked B, how can you call that shape? Good, well done, very nice answer. It's a square. It's a square. And remember we say that a square is a shape which has all the sides equal. All the sides are equal. So a shape which has 4 sides and all of them are equal, we call it a square. So if you wrote that one, bravo for a well done job. Good. Lastly, learners, let us look at question number 3. Again, you are also asked to identify the shapes marked with letters. Here now we have letter C. So C is a dash. Is it a rectangle A? Is it a triangle? Is it an oval B? C, is it a triangle? Or D, is it a square? Yes? Good. Nice. It is a triangle. It is a triangle. A shape which has 3 different sides. So, The answer was that one. So learners, how many got all of them right? Good. Clap for yourself. Very nice job. Good. That's nice. I hope you'll also continue the same in our coming lesson. So that's nice, and keep on working hard always. Remember, shapes are very important and we have them within our environment. So that will bring us to our today's lesson, and today we are going to learn about geometry still. We are looking about 2D shapes. When we talk about 2D shapes, we talk about shapes that have length and width. So here we are also going to identify lines of symmetry, practical lines of symmetry. So learners, we have a new word here known as symmetry. So this is what we want us to know how it works. So by the end of this lesson, you learner, you need to know what lines of symmetry mean. A learner, by the end of this lesson, you need to know what lines of symmetry are or is. So learner, for your notification, or for you to master or understand what lines of symmetry, I want to give you this information. When you talk about lines of symmetry, it's very simple. These are lines of fold, the lines of fold in any shape. For instance, I have a piece of paper, and this paper is maybe in a square shape. If I take this paper and I fold it into 2 equal parts, I will have a center. When that line, when I fold the paper, there's a line that will remain at the middle. So that's what we call line of symmetry. As you can see in this square, so a square is one of the shapes. So you find that in a square, it has 4 lines of symmetry. And I've said that these are lines that divides a given object into 2 equal halves or parts. For instance, if I have a paper that you have said, maybe manila paper, are of the same size, and I fold it into 2 equal parts. When I unfold the paper, I have a line in between, a very straight line from one end to the other end, and that's what we call line of symmetry, as you can see on your screen there. So you can fold it in different shapes. You can fold the first part, then you fold the side at the corners, vertically or horizontally. That does not matter, but as long as you fold that paper into 2 equal parts. So if you take a square, you find that you will have 4 different lines of symmetry. For instance, at the first point, you fold it into 2 equal parts, you have a straight line vertically. If you turn it the other side, you have also another line of symmetry that is horizontal. Again, you can go to that step. You take the first corner and the last corner diagonally. Also, you still have another line of symmetry. First diagonal, and again take another diagonal again, you still also have the line of symmetry. So a square will give us how many lines of symmetry, learners? Good. We'll get 4 lines of symmetry. Let us go again to another shape. At this moment now we have a rectangle. We said that a rectangle is also another shape which has 2 opposite sides which are equal. The angles are equal. They form 90 degrees, and again you find that we have 2 sides which are of the same length. So they are shorter and they are of equal length. So when you take a rectangle, you find that a rectangle has 2 lines of symmetry. I like the square which has 4. A rectangle has only 2 lines of symmetry. And how can we get them? For instance, again, I have a piece of paper, and it's maybe of a rectangular shape. If I take this paper and I fold it into 2 equal parts, learners, you will find that when I unfold the paper, I will get a straight line in between. So that line is what we call line of fold, line of fold or line of symmetry. So we talk about line of symmetry. These are lines of fold. When you fold something, then unfold it. The line that remains in between there is what we call line of symmetry. Now, the rectangle will give us the first line. Again, if I take it other opposite direction, you also get another line of fold or line of symmetry. So a rectangle has 2, but a square has how many, learners? Good, we said 4. Let us look at another shape. At this moment now we are going to look at a triangle. A triangle, okay? So a triangle, again, learners, you find that it has 3 lines of symmetry. It has 3 lines of symmetry. And how can we have this? You take a shape of a triangular, or anything, something of a triangular in nature. Maybe you take a piece of paper, maybe a manila paper, you have cut it into a rectangular shape, then you fold it. The sharp point at the end, you fold it, they meet together. Then when you unfold it, you get a straight line, as you can see on your screen there. So this line here we have formed, or we have gotten, is what we call line of symmetry, or line of fold. Because that was folded, then you have unfolded. So again, you can also take other, you have the bottom side, again you turn it and you fold it again. When you go and fold it again, you find also that line. Other side again, you can also turn the other side, do the same, again you do get the line of symmetry. So a triangle will give us 3 lines of symmetry. Let us look at another part again. When we talk about line of symmetry, we find that when we take these shapes, maybe even maybe an oval again, but an oval is not a 2D shape, but again if you fold an oval shape again, you still have that line of symmetry. So you find that different shapes will give us different lines of symmetry. So learners, lines of symmetry are lines that are formed when an object is folded into 2 equal parts. Remember, it should be 2 equal parts. When we unfold it is when you will get that line of symmetry. Now let us look at an example that will guide us to know if we have mastered these lines of symmetry. For instance, learners, here I have example number 1. You can be asked, which one of the following letters represent the line of symmetry in the shape given? Here in the shape, learners, you can see it quite clear. It has letters A up to D. We have letter marked A. The middle we have letter B marked there. We have letter C. On the other side we have letter D. All of them are lines that are drawn on that particular shape. So the question is, which one of the following letters represents the line of symmetry? Learners, before you answer this question, you have to remember the following. You have to remember that a line of symmetry is a line that divides a given shape into 2 equal parts. So if you look at this particular example here, which line divides that shape into 2 equal parts? Good. I'm seeing you have given right answer. It is B. So you find that the line of symmetry in that figure is B, because it is the line that divides that shape into 2 equal parts, from that corner to the other corner. You find we talk about it diagonally. Again, you say that this shape also you can divide it into 2 equal parts by folding it upside down. For the other corner from the right, you take the left, you bring them together, you also get line of symmetry. Or you take the top and the bottom, the top part and the bottom part, you fold them together, again you still have the line of symmetry. So learner, what you need to know, or you have to understand, is that a line of symmetry is a line of fold, or a line of symmetry is a line that divides a shape into 2 equal parts. If you have that on your mind, now you can do more about these shapes that we are talking about. Remember, we say that a square has got how many lines of symmetry? It has 4 lines of symmetry. So you can remember that one as we proceed on. So learners, it's very important to know the shapes. Then after knowing the shapes, I know you will do a lot about this one. So before we wind up the lesson, I want to leave you with the following work to do. I want you to work out the following. Question number 1. Which one of the following numbers represents the line of symmetry in the shape given? So on the screen there we have a shape. I want you to identify the number which represents the line of symmetry. We have number 1 up to number 3. Now number 1 up to number 4. We have number 1, 2, 3, and 4 down there. So you tell me, is it A, which is 1, is it B, which is 2, is it 3, C, which is 3, or D, which has 4? So it's you to look upon that one and give me the right answer. Question number 2. Again, learners, I want you again to look at that diagram again, and when you look at it, I want you to do the following. The question is, which letter represent a line of symmetry in this shape? So after looking at it, now answer this question by identifying the line of symmetry in the particular shape given. So A, we have letter S, B, we have letter P, C, Q, and D, R. Again, learners, maybe activity want to go and do at home. When you finish this one again, you can take pieces of papers of different kind. You can take a square paper, a rectangle paper, or talk about a triangle paper or a square. Any paper you can have, try to fold it so that you can form this lines of symmetry. Take a square, find its line of symmetry. Take a rectangle, do the same. Take a triangle, also do the same. Even an oval shape, you can do it, but on your own time, when you have done what's required. So learners, at that moment, I want to wish you all the best. I know when we come to our next lesson, you will provide right answers. Till then, I'm Meshach. Have a wonderful moment. Bye-bye.